What's up, everyone? It's Kodak Kev back with another video. I want to make a video today on how to make cheap flights, or how to get cheap flights. I also wanted to share that I haven't been editing and I was kind of feeling weird about it, but I think it's just more me, and I don't think even after I get home or get better equipment that I don't think I'm gonna edit. I think I like the live realness that it brings, and hopefully you guys like it too. But anyways, for anybody that doesn't know, I'm Kevin Hummel, and I am just out traveling right now. Probably be back home in like a month or so, back in the States. But for now, I'm just out traveling. I'm in Denpasar, Bali right now. And I just wanted to share how to get cheap flights, because it seems like a lot of people are, even doing research after a while, still have issues getting good flight prices. To get out this way, we originally, Abby and I, flew into Europe. I flew from Newark, New Jersey to Paris for $260 American one way altogether. That was both of our tickets through, who did I fly through? I flew through Level, which a lot of people told me that their planes were going to suck, but their international ones, I think most of their flights are international, and it was a pretty decent plane. I've been on nicer, but it was not bad by any means. And so anyways, I think the biggest thing that I can share with anybody on how to get cheap flights is to search one time. When you make a search, make that search one time and write down what you found, because your browser is going to continue to save that, and it's going to build up, and those websites they can tell that you are continuing to search all of the flights that you are searching, whether it's a hotel or a flight or a bus or any of the above. You need to try to search it as little as possible. If you found something, you found it for a price, let that be, know that it's there for that price. It's probably not going to change, even though it's like, oh, multiple people are trying to book this. That could be the case. Normally it's really not the case, and it's just trying to up your prices because it can tell that you are continuously searching it. So, hold on, Abby's playing music. Can you turn the music down, please? I'm trying to make a video. So anyways, search one time, and if you are still continuously searching, just keep deleting your browser cookies and all your browser information. I use two places to look for flights. I use Google Flights and I use Skyscanner. And Skyscanner I actually didn't know about until I got to Europe, and that's how we got the flights to Bali, which they were still pretty pricey, but it was 35 hours of flying, so it makes sense. We flew from Rome to Germany, and then from Germany to Abu Dhabi, and then Abu Dhabi to Jakar. I don't know exactly how to say that, so don't take that. It's Jakarta. I don't know how to say that, but it's one of the big places in Indonesia. And then we flew from there to Denpasar, Bali, which is where we are now. And that was pretty pricey. It was probably like $800-900 US, and that was one way. But to get out to Indonesia, it seems to be pretty expensive no matter how you do it, and that was still way cheaper than what a lot of people were telling me that they were finding for themselves. So skyscanner.net is what I've been using. It goes through a ton of different airlines. Like I said, I only search it one time, and then I'll go to another place. The big thing is, if you don't live around an international airport, you should consider having somebody that is close to you take you to an international airport that may be a couple hours from you, or even getting a bus or a train to take you to where a bigger location is. Because if you're not flying out of an international airport, you're just paying for another flight to that international airport. And I came from Ohio. For anybody that knows me, they know I'm from Ohio, but we had Abby's sister take us from Ohio to Newark, New Jersey, which was a pretty big drive, but had we just taken a bus, it would have only been $100 and for both of us, and $100 for both of us to get to Newark, New Jersey saved us literally, I think, $700 on flights to fly out from Newark, New Jersey, compared to flying from Cleveland Hopkins. And I didn't even look up Columbus, but I know it would have been a pretty hefty ticket. So that's a big thing. So deleting your cookies, searching it only one time and paying attention to the first price that you got is a big one. And also looking up better airports, bigger airports. The bigger the airport you fly through, the cheaper your flights are going to be. So those are some of the smaller tips to keep it on a lighter video, not be too long a video. But the other big thing is when I do research on these flights, sometimes I might be on the computer for 2-3 hours looking up flying into where I'm flying out of and also where I'm flying into. We landed in Paris, but we spent a day and a half in Paris, and there's a lot of stuff going on when we flew in there, so we weren't too into it. But it was cool to see the stuff that we got to see. But we left pretty much right after we got there, and took a bus to Amsterdam. And it was still beneficial for us to get that flight into Paris and go wherever we wanted, because that was the cheapest flight in, and it saved us hundreds of dollars. We're actually looking at flights back home to California, and it's probably going to be around $800 for both of us one way, which still, compared to what most people are finding, is relatively cheap. So those are some little tips that I have accumulated for finding cheaper flights. And if anybody has any questions or they really can't figure out getting cheaper flights, I mean, get a hold of me. My email is kevster7431, KEVSTER 7431 @gmail.com. I don't have a phone right now, so that Instagram, YouTube, or Facebook is how you can get a hold of me, and I'd be more than willing to help anybody try to find some cheap flights. That's something that I'm traveling for, is because I want to help people do that kind of thing. So those are my tips and tricks per se to finding some cheap flights, and I can also help finding bus tickets or train tickets and stuff like that. I'm pretty good with technology, so like I said, if anybody needs any help, get a hold of me. And those are the ways that I would say are gonna save you a lot of money looking at flights. Also, flex dates. So when you go to these websites and you know, if you from your work you have a way to choose your dates and you just need like a month in advance to let them know, hey, we want to go on vacation, choose flex dates. So also flexible airports, it'll take you to airports if you do on like Google Maps or Google Flights, I mean. Put in that you're willing to go to the other airports around the one that you did, you know, that you want to go to, because traveling an hour from the airport to where you were trying to be is probably going to save you a lot of money if they're willing to give you a better rate for a more flexible date or more flexible airlines. So choosing flex dates and also flex times and flex airports also do a lot. So maybe if you know you're going to go on vacation in the summertime, maybe start looking at them in the early January and just pay attention. You can get a good flight 2 weeks before you're going, or even a week. You can. It's a little bit harder, it takes a little bit more research. You can still save money that way, but it is definitely more beneficial. Obviously, the more advanced you do it, the better prices you're probably going to find. So I think that's most of my tips that I could share. But flexibility is the biggest one, and if you know you want to go on a trip at some period of time that year, getting it out of the way in advance and just looking up flights and saying, you know what, this is when we're going to go, this is when I found it for. Maybe don't know the date you want to go, but the time of year you want to go, and then book it around the cheaper flights. Definitely save you a lot of money. So thanks. I hope that helps some people. If not, like I said, send me a message, whatever. And I hope everybody has a great day and a happy new year. I think it's the 29th here, I'm pretty sure. I know I'm 13 hours ahead of back home, but I hope that helps a lot of people, and thanks for watching. Hopefully that helps.